Hello, I'm Chris Valdez. I'm a graduate student at Marist College, and I'm sitting here with Gerry McNulty, the Communication Internship Director at Marist College. Good morning, Gerry.
Good morning, Chris.
So we're here to discuss the benefits of internships for undergraduate college students. Can you please start us off by just providing an overview of your internship program?
Sure. An overview of our internship program. Well, we've run an internship program here at Marist College for the communication and now our media, what we call our media studies students, for well over 35 years. Internships allow students to get out in the field, which is often referred to as field work. They get out in the field and they work with professionals side by side in those media environments: television stations, magazines, newspapers, advertising and public relations agencies, and today web portal, online digital operations, and many other types of companies in which students can do what we determine is media-related work that has to do with creation of content and messages. So this is a way for students to earn college credit as well as create resume entries for themselves, create a list of experiences that are roughly equivalent to work experiences. It's a leg up on the stepping stone to their career.
Excellent. How many students would you say participate in these programs, either per semester or per year?
Well, our counts do vary a little bit. Our internship program is largely voluntary, if you will. It's an elective. But what we see typically year in and year out is something on the order of 3 out of 4 students total taking part, something in the vicinity of 70% or more. From the standpoint of individual semesters, we run the largest single major program of any of the majors on the campus. So I have currently this semester, for example, it's the spring 2015 semester, I have 94 students in the field. Here in the Hudson Valley, in New York City, and also a small cohort involved in London, England, in one of our international internship programs. We typically place in the vicinity of 65 or 70 students up to about 100 students per semester, fall, spring, or summer. So we have quite an active program.
Excellent, excellent. Why do you and why does the college encourage students to participate? What are the benefits for the student, the Marist College, and also the local community?
Well, there are many benefits for students. First of all, classroom learning is terrific. We all need to learn in the classroom. We need to learn theories. We need to learn to develop our skill set and learn how to apply writing skills, video editing skills, strategic messaging, etc. But more importantly, as we develop those skills in the classroom, we really need to put them to the test. And we think we have excellent faculty here at Marist, many of whom are former professionals from the media world, but there's no question that for students to be able to sit side by side or stand side by side with television and film producers, with advertising executives, that's going to give them a terrific front row seat into that profession. So they get a chance to see it. I mean, just yesterday I was visiting an alum at a major public relations firm in New York City, talking with her about interns. She herself was an intern at this agency. She's been there for 6 or 7 years. She's helped a couple of other students get in the door. There's no question that internship literally started her career.
Excellent, excellent. What does the school do to help students find quality placement that you just described? Are there resources?
Yes. So we believe, we practice what we consider as a holistic approach to career development and training in my program, the Communication and Media Studies internship program. So we begin that process with trying to introduce freshmen in some just general announcement information and introduce freshmen to the idea of career development. There is also a 1-credit class that many of our freshmen take that is an elective, that is meant to be an exploratory class. In their sophomore year, we do actually require a 1-credit pre-development class that we call Employment Practicum. And in that class, the specific training is resume development, interview, cover letter, target search, practice interviewing. So many of the job skills that are directly related to seeking a job or internship. Following that particular class, as the students move up into junior and senior year, they work with me or my assistant individually, and we have developed a target list that is now well in excess of 200 or maybe 220 employers that we've dealt with within the past 2 or 3 years. So these are recent listings of television companies, public relations agencies, magazines, sports teams, etc. These are all places where Marist students have interned within the last 2 or 3 years. So this gives them a baseline of employers to work with. Now, in addition to that, of course, since they've taken this prerequisite class, they know how to target search for employers. So many of the students will go out on their own and target search for specific employers. So I think taken together, the idea is that this process over the course of a year, 18 months, creates a platform for students to be very good job candidates as well as just good students.
Excellent, thank you very much. Do you have any tips that you would like to offer students out there who may be interested, sophomores or freshmen who are interested in entering an internship program in the future?
Sure. Tips, you know, and this varies quite a bit, I think, for younger students versus older students. So certainly for the younger students, the freshmen and sophomores, they are in an exploratory stage. And that's completely understandable. They don't have a clear understanding yet of their career goals, of what it is they're trying to accomplish. They would like to look at some different options. Typically, the older students, the juniors and especially the seniors, have a much more defined idea of what it is they want to do. So their internship searches, their target searches are relatively specific. So we try to tailor our message. For the younger students, we significantly work with them and encourage them to volunteer, to work in the community, to work for a charity, a nonprofit agency. That's a very good way for them to develop some skills. They might do social media work, marketing outreach, they might do event planning and promotion work, they might become a volunteer video editor for the Red Cross, etc., something like that. It's a great resume builder. They can improve their skills and make themselves more marketable for a little bit later down the road when they want to seek a position that might be much more competitive as juniors or seniors, you know, in a much more productive environment, in a media company, a more competitive environment. So we look at the younger students and give them a lot of encouragement to be volunteers, to help out. For the older students, that message is tailored more specifically to enter that competitive job market.
Excellent. You mentioned social media. Are there any online resources that you would like to direct the audience to?
Sure. Our website, the easiest way to do it is to find us is to just Google us for Marist and Communication and Media Studies internship. We think it's a pretty well-developed website. It helps students get through the resume development, job search process as well. It certainly has a lot of information there on how our credit load breaks down, and that's specific to each university really has its own method of doing that. So our students can read more on how they can earn credits through our internship program, through our website. And then certainly one of the things that, of course, undergraduates especially don't necessarily like to be reminded of, but as educators we think is very important, is that internships literally help you grow up. You get out there from the undergraduate student world into the world of professionals and adults. And you do a lot of maturing. You learn a lot about deadlines, about being responsible for projects and work, and it takes you a long way. There's a night and day difference between the students who do internships in those junior and senior years and the ones who don't. And there's no question that the ultimate benefits there for personal and professional development come in large part from those internship experiences, from those field experiences.
Excellent, thank you very much. And does the program have Facebook and Twitter pages?
We do. We have a Facebook page and we have a Twitter feed. The Twitter feed is visible on our webpage. And our Facebook page, in fact, is devoted to daily reports. So each day, Monday I think is advertising, Tuesday is journalism. Each day there's a specific major field that is given a highlight of announcements and information on our Facebook page. So absolutely, like us on Facebook.
Is there anything else that you would like to say with this opportunity?
No, I just encourage, I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you today, Chris, and I really encourage students to get involved in that exploration. I guess one of the things I can say that I say to my students all the time is be persistent and be patient and keep going this is, a lot of career service folks would say this. It's a journey, not a destination. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The internship thing is very much a marathon, not a sprint. What's more important is that you get 2 or 3 different internship experiences over your college career. That's much more important than landing the really cool internship at the cool TV show. In the long run, multiple experiences are going to benefit you much more than any one shot that sounds interesting or cool. And frankly, that's just part of that development process. It's part of maturing and seeing the value of having lots of diverse experiences in your life.
Well, thank you very much. It was a pleasure speaking to you. I hope the audience finds this helpful as well.
Thank you, Chris.
Stay tuned for more information.